Shalom, shalom. Call her Loyum La Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rachak Wadash. That's all praises to the Heavenly Father. His true name is Yahweh. In the name of his only begotten Son, his true name is Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus. In the name of the Holy Spirit, the Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone rule well. Salutations to you fellow laborers out there doing the work in truth and in sincerity, especially during these times. Shalom to the few that believe as well. Shalom to you laborers out there that scatter abroad the face of the earth. All right, whether you be speckled Israelites that's among the heathen, that look like the heathen, all right, to the whole household of faith, I want to say shalom. All right, the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15 and verse 1, it says, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. All right, so as men of the Lord, all right, as servants of the Lord, we're supposed to speak, the words of prophecy, which prophecies are things that's said or told before, and then it came to pass. All right, which, that was given to the prophets from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right, whether, the Lord sent it to them in visions or by way of the angels. All right, yet the words of prophecy, all right, is the most important things, all right, that we look for or look forward to. I'm sorry, to telling our people and even the other nations. All right, because the Lord made Jeremiah even a prophet unto the nations. Okay, so when we come out on the highways and hedges, when we do these videos, it's mainly about prophecy. Okay. Now, with everything going on in the news and around the world, as far as the worldwide events, I mean, there's a ball of things that's happening. You have inflation going on. You have wars going on. You have rumors of wars. You have famines that's being engineered across the globe. You have the different pestilences that's running rampant through society. All right, all across the globe. You have the nations are in uproars. All right, people are mourning. All right, you have these different disasters that's going on. All right, and that's the main thing that people is talking about. All right, that's the main thing people is watching. People are questioning things, making an inquiry, into the council of the ungodly. And pretty much these things are happening because we're at the end of this society, all right, which is the age of Esau, Edom. Okay, this is Esau, Edom world. And we know that according to 2nd Esdras 6 in chapter, 2nd Esdras chapter 6, and let's see here, I'll get it. This is 2nd Esdras 6 in verse 9, going right to the point. Well, I'll start up, Shalaki, I'll start up. 2nd Esdras 6 and 7, it says, Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? All right, meaning what? When the times are going to change, or when a new age will be coming in, okay, or rulership. All right, verse 8, it says, And he said unto me from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, right? Because that's the account of the children of Isaac and Rebekah being born. And you had Esau come out first, all right, which Esau today, all right, because Esau is Edom, by the way, all right, which Edom means red, and Esau means wasted away is he, all right, Ishashwa, Edom is Adawam, which means red, but today they're known as so-called white people, so-called Caucasians, whether it be small hatters or, or JOWs on down, okay? Which that begins with the central banking families, okay? To the lowest level Edomite, okay? And then you have us, the so-called Negroes, us so-called Latinos, us so-called Native American Indian people, all right? Which we're the children of Jacob, all right? Whose name, Jacob name changed to Israel, all right? And our forefather Jacob came out holding the hill of Esau, okay? And that was not only how they came out of the womb, but that was symbolic for how, the nation of Esau will be ruling, all right? And then, the nation, all right, of Jacob, all right, will be coming up, after Esau is going down, all right? It'll be a transference of rulership, okay, which we're in the midst of it. Verse 8, it says, and he said to me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the hill of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right, so this is why we see today's society, which is, again, Esau's society, Esau's world, all right, is crumbling. And everything is totally out of whack. And it's a beautiful sight to see because we know, all right, what's to be expected, okay? Because the Lord, all right, gave us a look into the future, all right, as far as us Israelites that diligently seek Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, okay? We've been given the insight to future events, which is prophecy, all right, to what's to come, all right? Which the Lord said that he would give us a what? An expected end. Let's get that real quick. And then I'll get to some clips. Lord willing is edifying, all right? Jeremiah 29 and verse 11, it says, for I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Thoughts of peace. And, right now we don't have peace because we're not in the time of peace. Right now we're in the time of war. All right, we'll have peace or rest in the kingdom. All right, so our scriptures tell us to rise up, for this is not your rest. Meaning what? The place that we're currently living in, which we're in captivity, no matter where we're at. We're under these curses. All right, and we're still the bottom of society right now, okay? And we don't have no ease because why? We're not in our rest, or we're not at peace, which is the kingdom of heaven. All right, so it says, for I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. And the Lord hath truly given us this expected end, all right, through giving us the understanding of his word, okay? All right, especially the words of prophecy, all right, which the world, the whole world, they don't understand. But us as servants, all right, we understand, okay? So, as a matter of fact, that's a precept that says that, in Sirach, that he revealed his secrets unto the meek. See if I can find that. It says this mystery. Let me see. I believe this is how it goes. Yeah, Sirach 3:19, it says, many are in high place and of renown, but mysteries are revealed unto the meek, which is who? Meek meaning humble, all right, which that goes into the Israelites that are of a contrite spirit, okay, and that are humble and that are serving Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, which, that's the elect, which we say the hopefully elect, okay. That's whom the Lord, all right, have revealed his, mysteries or secrets to, all right, like it says in Amos 3:7. Surely the Lord God would do nothing, but he revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets, okay. So let's go to this clip. I'm going to say fair use, fair use. As you can see, it says, these hurricanes are controlled. We have the proof. All right, I'm going to say fair use, fair use. My videos are not monetized, so I'm not making any money off these videos. All right, this is strictly for, edification, building up of the elect of the nation of Israel, okay, which is the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American people. So let's play this clip real quick.
Is the United States government manipulating and, even worse, controlling the weather using NEXRAD Doppler radar installations? It sounds like a conspiracy theory until you realize the U.S. government has these installations all over the United States. Watch.
Was Hurricane Helene's path and behavior just the result of natural processes and climate patterns, or was it manipulated? The circular blue flashes seen in this video are frequency transmissions from the NEXRAD network of transmitter installations. All available science evidence makes clear that atmospheric frequency transmissions can and do have a repelling effect on air masses, especially if and when the air masses have been seeded with electrically conductive nanoparticles. The brighter the blue flash from a frequency transmission installation, the more pronounced and powerful the repelling effect on any air mass or storm in the vicinity will be. Where there are no blue flashes, there is no transmission, thus no repelling effect, thus no resistance for a migrating storm. Translation: a migrating storm will be hindered from moving toward frequency transmissions and will easily migrate in a direction with no transmissions. So again, I ask, was Hurricane Helene's path and behavior just an act of nature, or was it engineered? You decide.
So that's one talking point, all right? Before I get this one, I want to grab something else because, oh man, there's a lot going on, right? So this is from RT News, and that's just, you know, I watched even this one guy. I clicked on it. He's a Eddie Griffin was talking about the weather. You know, he was talking about, you know, the HARP program, and the HARP program is pretty much a publicly known thing now. Okay, it's kind of like, you know, how, you know, the so-called Illuminati was, you know, secret. Then it became a well-known thing that there was, you know, elites of this world and who they were or who they are. So that's pretty much how the you know, HARP program is. Okay, so that's what's going on. That's one of the things that's going on. One of the many things that's going on. It says CIA embroiled in sex crime scandal, CNN, and which, you know, that lets you know right there that you know, that this P Diddy, you know, the Diddler, all right, as they call him, the Diddler, all right, the man of many oils. It's just a front, you know. But Jake is always the fall guy when, you know, there's some evil going on in this society. All right, when we know that Esau is the main one or the mastermind behind the scenes, okay, but Jake is always thrown in the forefront. All right, to turn the heat and attention off of you know, Esau. All right, just like you had Jeffrey Epstein, and then what happened? Once Jeffrey Epstein and Harvey Weinstein was put on blast, you know, you had Bill Cosby and R. Kelly, all right, overshadow those, you know, those guys, because why? You know, first of all, they're small handlers, they JOOWs, and so they put Jake, all right, as the, you know, the evil and wicked one, okay, and that's why Esau called you Jake's black, man, because the word black means evil and the wicked, man. And he paints Jake that way in the news, man. You know, that's the book of when you go to the book of Revelation 12, okay, it says what? It says, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now must come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointed, which is Yahweh Shai. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night, which that's Esau, man. The so-called white man. He's a devil, man. And he always putting Jake, like I said, is the forefront of crime, when, you know, that's what Esau is, man. He's the original criminal, man. See? He's the original criminal. Going back to Cain. All right, Cain was a murderer. Cain was the so-called white man. When you know reincarnation, you can easily link, you know, Esau and Cain, man. All right, through reincarnation, which today is a so-called white man. He's still a murderer. All right, he's still a murderer and a liar. Okay, and the word, you know, accuser goes into slandering. Okay, let's look at the word accuser up, you know, because that's what he does to the sons of Jacob, man. All right, it even says in the book of Psalms 50. All right, accuser. It says to accuse before a judge, to make an accusation. All right. Yeah. Yeah, it says to accuse with primary reference to the ground of accusation, the crime, to make a verbal assault which reaches its goal, to accuse formally before a tribunal, bring a charge against publicly. Yeah, to charge with some offense. And that's Esau for you, man. He always looking to slander Jacob, man. All right. Which, that represents, us Israelites, man. And this is the MO, all right, this is the MO of the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, because he's the wicked, man. This is the book of Psalms 50 in verse 19. It says, thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Right, because that's a very deceitful thing, all right, to do. All right, as far as to pose the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American man as the face of crime, man. Let's read the NLT. It says, your mouth is filled with wickedness and your tongue is full of lies. Yeah, that's the so-called white man for you, man. It says that in Psalms 58 that he go astray speaking lies as soon as he be born, man. So what do you expect from these devils, man? He's the devil. Verse 20, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. It says, thou slanderest thine own mother's son. Okay? Excuse me. And who's that going into? That going into Rebecca, all right, because Rebecca loved Jacob, all right, and she didn't care for Esau. That's who it's referring to. It says, even in the NLT, it says you sit around and slander your brother, your own mother's son, right? Because though Jacob and Esau were brothers, they're two different nations, all right, and two different manners or mannerisms. All right, two different people, man. And it's clear, all right, that we are. It's evident that we are. Okay? Let's get into some more things going on. Okay, let's go here to the People's Voice. Australian Health Minister admits that the C-19 behind surge and I guess it's talking about health problems. It'd be hospitalization. It's like I got a little tongue tied. Japan threatening Gil Bates. All right, after they saying that abortion things were found in their jump shot. All right. There's another one. Putin says Western elites have turned Ukraine into their colony, which that's the that's going to lead into a third world war eventually between that and what's going over in Palestine. Oh, look at this one. It says Biden deploys military to sabotage Hurricane Helene recovery efforts. All right, media blackout. That's a huge deal because we know, all right, what's been pretty much common information now, ever since it came out, is that there's a great source of lithium over in the Carolinas, especially North Carolina. So, hey. And that's Micah 2 and 2. Okay, matter of fact, I'll get that. Because that's even his own people, man. Esau's a devil, man. Micah 2 and verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power, of their hand. And that's the reason why Esau is able to do. Esau is able to do what he's doing because the Heavenly Father put him in that ruling seat. Okay. Verse 2, when they covet fields and take them by violence. All right. So he says they covet fields, right? They want it. All right. They want lands that's not even theirs, right? But even in this case, a lot of these lands belong to well, no one belong to them, Slovakia, because they really belong to us, whom our fathers are so-called Native Americans and Hispanics. So we the ones that own these Americas first, okay? And it was rape, robbed, and murdered from us, all right? Starting with our ancestors, okay? It says, and they covet fields are taken by violence. And like I said, they being violent even toward their own people, man. It says, in houses and take them away, so they oppress a man in his house and even a man in his heritage. So he's even he's even doing that to his own people, okay? And it says, let me get this real quick. Let's get this real quick. Let's go to Sirach again. Chapter 14 and verse 5, it says, he that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? All right. So, hey, if he evil to to himself, you can't expect him to do good to anyone else. Okay. It says he should not take pleasure in his goods. Right. Because the so-called white man have everything you can possibly want as a ruler. All right. Because he has the rulership. He had the best of the best, and yet he's not satisfied. Okay. Scriptures tell you that. Let's go to the book of Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. Okay. It says Habakkuk chapter 2. And I started at verse 4. It says, behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him. And that's a so-called white man for you, man. He's totally given, he's just a wicked, man. That's what the Lord created him to be. And he's fulfilling his lot as the wicked, man. It says, but the just shall live by his faith. It said, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. And this is the reason why he goes around the earth and he continuously, all right, is marauding and murdering people for these different resources, man. Okay? Look into the conflict over between the Israelis and Palestine. All right, you're looking deep into it, it's over resources. Okay? It says, but gather unto him all nations, and heap unto him all people. Right? And this is and this is the reason why they call America the melting pot, because people came over here for so long seeking so-called American dream, even though that's thrown out the window now. People realize that was a farce, and now you have it where people are actually realizing that this place is on the brink of collapse. Okay, and then you have the migrants. All right, they're migrants everywhere across this earth, across the globe, because their lands and their countries are being destroyed, man, by Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay, so even over here in America, you have it where people complain about the migrants over here, but where do the migrants got to go? They don't really have nowhere to go. When you look at it, all right, whether they be Israelite migrants or heathen migrants, it doesn't matter. They have no home to go to. See, let's go from there. I want to grab something else, because while all this stuff is going on, all right, let's go here. While all this stuff is going on, people forgetting about the MOTB, which I'm going to get here. Okay, I'm going to get here in a second. It's the book of Matthew 24. Matter of fact, not Matthew. I want to go to Luke 21. Okay, let's get it in Luke 21. Luke 21 and 8, it says, I started 7. It says, they asked him, saying, Master, but when shall these things be? And what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass? Right? And this is the disciples asking Yahweh Shai, all right, basically about the signs of the time, all right, when they're going to expect his second coming. Verse 8, because when you go into what was going on at that time, when Yahushua was on the scene, pretty much, they was expecting him to, bring the kingdom of heaven or restore the kingdom of heaven unto Israel. All right, and it wasn't time yet. All right. We're living in a time now where the kingdom is getting ready to be restored unto the nation of Israel. All right, the true biblical Israelites, all right, which are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the American people, man, beginning with the elect. See? Verse 8, it says, and he said, take heed that ye be not deceived, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am. It says the word Christ, which the word Christ goes back to Christos, which is a Greek word, which means anointed. All right, it says, and the time draweth near. Go ye not therefore after them. Right, because, first of all, what Yahweh say in the book of John, it says, my sheep hear my voice, right? So if you're Yahweh's sheep, all right, you're going to follow the lamb. Like it says, that they followed the lamb whithersoever he went, okay? Now let's go to verse 9. It says, but when you shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet by and by. Right, because everything is looking, pretty scarce. All right, you have, the strike, the port strike been postponed. All right, and literally postponed just means put aside for a moment, because the deal haven't really been resolved. All right, and they postponed it till they say roughly January. But who knows? They went on strike for days, and we'll see what that does, because just because you haven't felt the effect of that doesn't mean there won't be an effect of it. Okay? Doesn't mean you won't feel it, because it can very well happen, because believe you me, things slow down when the port stopped for those days. All right? You have, and you brothers out there, the truck drivers, you have thousands of trucks that's waiting to be loaded, okay, from the shipping docks, all right, to the warehouses or storehouses, as the scriptures call them, okay. It says, but when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet by and by. All right, it says, verse 10. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines, and pestilences, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. Right. So we see all these things going down before our very eyes. These are just the beginning of sorrows. All right. This is the beginning of great evils, all right, that's going to come upon this earth. All right, so we still have to, watch and pray, because when all these things going down, we still yet to have the MOTB made mandatory, which is my next article I'm going to hit before I close. And this is from collegetimes.com. And it reads, no more lost keys. ID cards, Dubai expat to implant microchip in hand. This is dated Monday, March, which it says Monday, 11th of March, 2024. Oh, this is an old article. Shalakia. It came on the news thing. When I clicked on it, it came up like it had just taken place. Anyways, it's still, going on with prophecy, because why? The MOTB is prophetic, and we know that everything, all right, concerning prophecy must be fulfilled. Now it says, I'm going to go right to the article. It says, goodbye to the days of fumbling with a bunch of keys or worrying about misplacing them for this Dubai resident. Starting next month, Briar Prestige, a New Zealand expat, is ready to embrace a future without keys, only a microchip implanted in her hand. The CEO and founder of the Prestige Group, an award-winning documentary producer, Prestige is set to undergo the procedure during her upcoming trip to the U.S. So this is actually a pretty old article. When I clicked on it, All right, when I clicked on the, yeah, see, it said 3 days ago, and I clicked on it. But anyways, I don't know why it said 3 days ago if it's dated that long ago. But anyways, let's continue reading. It says the tiny radio frequency identification electronic tag, roughly the size of a grain of rice. Oh, Slovakia. Says the tiny radio frequency identification electronic tag, roughly the size of a grain of rice, will be surgically implanted in the back of her hand using a syringe. All right. So they're even doing this over in Dubai. Okay. And look at this part right here. It says in a recent LinkedIn post, she outlined her mission to delve deep into the innovations and trends shaping our future with technological science and medical advancements comes an incredible opportunity to better the path of humanity, the post read. So pretty much he's trying to, pitch this to the people. Okay. And she came over to the U.S., I'm assuming, because like I said, this article said 3 days ago, but it's actually dated back in March. So it may have been republished. But the point is, hey, this is prophetic. All right. This is prophecy. All right. In the Holy Scriptures, which the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter speaks about it. Okay. Let's go here first to Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth, which the hour of temptation is when they make this device, all right, mandatory, okay? And let's see here. I'm going to play this clip and see what comes of it.
So I've been wanting to get a microchip in my hand for probably about a good year now, isn't it, Georgia?
Yeah, did you want to show me the Dangerous Things website?
Yes. Yeah, so let's find it. So this is the microchip website. So it's called Dangerous Things, and I actually met the founder recently, and he was saying that he started this website back in 2005. But look, they've got two different...
So 2005, they've been in the works. And we know you go back as far as, when I traced back was the 90s, they was already, testing these devices on the animals, man. So this company from 2005, or the guy she said developed this particular MOTB, have been out since 2005. That's roughly 19 years ago, almost 20 years ago.
Two different kinds of microchips. So I want the RFID one. So that's the one that you can scan. Yeah, that's the injection that they use to implant it. About the size of a grain of rice, encapsulated in glass, and they implant it by taking a big syringe and then putting it under the skin.
So, bear me 1 second. So as you can see, that's the way you get your MOTB. All right, for those of you that are faithless, all right. If you're faithless, you're gonna receive that MOTB, and the Lord will destroy you. Okay, and this is what the Lord is going to keep His servants from. All right, the hour of temptation. All right, because the hour of temptation is going to come upon all the inhabitants of the earth. All right, but you have the elect, which are going to not receive it, which, the elect is going to reject it. All right, like it says that if it was possible, they would deceive the very elect, but we know that's not possible. So that's the reason why we know that the elect will not receive of His MOTB. All right, that RFID microchip you just seen in the video, okay? Because that has to come to pass, all right, before everything else kicks off fully. World War III, all that. All right, it's got to be a societal breakdown, and then the economy has to crash. All right, and the solution will be that they're going to push that MOTB on you, because even with the migrant situation, they're going to use it as a tracker, okay? Because the MOTB has GPS capability. It has the ability to retain your medical records, your banking information, your personal identification. Okay, you can have access to your car, your home. All right, that's the way you can punch in to work. All right, this device is very vast. All right, as far as the capabilities they can do. Okay, so this will be that great test. All right, because when you go to the NLT back in Revelation 3, all right, in verse 10 on the NLT, it says, because you have obeyed my command to persevere, I will protect you from the great time of testing that will come upon the whole world to test those who belong to this world. Okay? And for you Israelites out there that don't believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, you're going to die in your unfaithfulness, man. Because you're going to receive that device thinking you're going to be okay, and don't know that that's going to be your short ticket to destruction. All right? Because as the scriptures tell us in, what's that, First or Second Thessalonians, the 5th chapter? Let me see here. I think it's 1 Thessalonians 5. Okay, it says, 1 Thessalonians 5:3, it says, for when they shall say peace and safety, all right, meaning what? Hey, you get this MOTB, you'll get this chip, you can go back to living a normal life. You can return to life as usual. Okay. Which that'll be making yourself a perpetual slave to the elites. It's the same as when you go in the scriptures and you have a servant or a slave and he don't want to leave his master. You would bore his ear with an awl to brand him. All right, and you would brand him to make him a perpetual slave. And by receiving that microchip, that's you agreeing to become a perpetual slave to the elites. Okay? It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Because why? Those of you that receive of that MOTB, you will be destroyed by Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. Okay? So, real quick, this is the book of Revelation 13 and 16. Going right to the point, it says, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, which we know that word goes back to charagma, which is something that you insert or implant underneath the skin, which will be that device. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right, show on. And we know that that includes everybody. That covers everyone. All right, whether you like it says, rich or poor, free or bond. All right, it's going to come upon everyone. If you have money, or if you want to access your money, you got to get that chip, man. All right. Even when you look up the word 666, all right, it goes to Chi Psi Sigma, and you look up the word stigma, what it says, thing that's implanted or thing that's embedded underneath the skin, man. When you go into the etymology of it, man. So you got to get implanted with this device to be a part of society, or you'll be off the grid. See? That's why you go to the book of Proverbs, the 22nd chapter. It says what? A prudent man, I'm going to read it. Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil. See, a prudent man is a wise man. All right. Who is that referring to, really? Those of us that trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua in the Lord's word, man. We trust in the Lord's word. all right, which have made us wise, okay? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, we have been made wise, man. The Lord have made us to understand his word and to understand the words of prophecy. Again, it says, a prudent man perceiveth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. See? You're going to run right into this snare for, as far as you Israelites that don't believe, and the Lord is going to destroy you, man. Okay? Because you don't know what's going on, because you don't pay attention, because your whole mind is geared towards what's going on in this society. You're not hearkening to the Lord's servants, the prophets, which, all right, are delivering you the message, and which is the warning. All right. See, we're blowing the trumpet, we're sounding the alarm, and you're not hearing it, because why? You're closing your ears off to it. You're turning a blind eye to the warning, man. To the sound of the trumpet, man. Excuse me. Here it is. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua have set up watchmen, all right, to warn you Israelites out there, you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American people, and you disregard Yahweh Bashim Yahushua by what? Disregarding what he's saying through his watchmen, his servants, the prophets, his seers. Okay? His chosen vessels that he's chosen and ordained to preach the good tidings in the true gospel. See? Ecclesiastes 9 and 12. For man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in the evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time when it falleth suddenly upon them. Right? Because for you Israelites out there, this is going to be the time of Jacob's trouble, man. Something I've been warning you about over and over, man. And Jacob's time of trouble is going to catch a lot of you off guard, because you're not, basically the Lord gave you the spirit of slumber. You can't see what's going on. You can't remotely perceive a little bit what's going on, because you're not even taking heed to the warning and preparing yourself, all right, by seeking Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, being obedient to his will, so that the Lord will have mercy on you and save you from the destruction, man. But see, the elect is already sealed. It was already pre-written. All right, the script was already pre-written on who will be the elect. All right, who will hearken unto the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That was already predestined. So pretty much everyone is living out their predestination, if you will. So when this evil time come upon you, you're going to be looking silly out here, man. You worry about the election, when there's bigger fish to fry. You worry about P. Diddy, and his diabolical dealings that he done with the rest of these freaks. That's what you're worried about, instead of worrying about the words of prophecy. See? And that's going to be your downfall. So you better, if you truly believe, you better take heed, man, and get in the gear. And those of you that don't, hey, what the scripture says, let's get that, and I'm gonna close on this scripture. Let me get this real quick. Jeremiah 15. And I start at verse 1. It said, judgment must come. It's the subheading, right? Judgment must come. And we know that judgment is going to begin at the house of the Most High, which is the Israelites, okay? 1 Peter 4:17. Jeremiah 15:1. Then said the Lord Yahweh unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. And it shall come to pass if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, such as for death to death, and such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity. So the Lord said that what? Hey, pretty much to hell with them, man. The Lord has an elect, he's going to deliver his elect, and that's just the way it is, man. You know? Verse 3, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord, the sword to slay, the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heavens, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. All right? And remember that, all these things are going to come to pass, man. Again, see, this happened in ancient times, but it's going to happen during this time, because we know that Jacob's time of trouble, all right, it's going to be the worst time, all right, for us Israelites, like, way worse than any time we had in our history of being on this earth, man, as a nation, all right, as the Lord's sons, or as the Lord's people, man. So it's going to be all hell out here, like it speaks about in Amos, the 5th chapter. So it behooves you to hearken unto the words of the Lord, man. All right, so with that, hey, Lord willing, you've been edified. Until the next video, I want to say shalom, all right, to the elect. All right, all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right, shalom. Until the next video, Lord willing, you've been edified. Shalom.